Jack Reacher, Alan Ritchson, the protagonist, is as no-nonsense, as tough as nails as they come. He is more likely to mock sentimentality than to accept and embrace his own personal weaknesses. Reacher possesses this quality in all three of these media. The book by Lee Child, the two movies based on it, and the Amazon Prime Video original series Reacher. On the other hand, an antique medal from World War II that Reacher always wears encapsulates an unexpectedly sensitive side to him, hiding behind that tough appearance. As he wanders from town to town, Reacher is practically unplugged from society and has nowhere to settle down. On his travels, Reacher also doesn't bring many belongings. A couple $100 and a wee combat medal are among Reacher's limited possessions when he is hauled into police custody in the small Georgia town of Margrave on suspicion of murder. Even though Reacher doesn't tell his Margrave buddies where the combat medal came from, a flashback in the season finale shows why the little piece of cloth and metal is possibly Reacher's most treasured possession. Their mother Josephine, with whom Reacher and Joe had an unusually strong bond, died of cancer while her boys were serving in the military. As she lay dying, Josephine presented Reacher with a medal his grandfather had received for courage in battle during World War II and told him its story. Joe leaves his mother's side and, in a rare and emotional moment for Reacher, allows his younger brother to mourn while he quietly grieves for their mother. After Joe's murder, Reacher buries the family treasure he had cherished for years and thinks about this special moment with his family at the site of Joe's murder on the outskirts of Margaret. The wee medal holds immense sentimental value for Reacher, serving as a symbol of his family's heritage and his own personal past. Adapted from Child's first Reacher novel, Killing Floor, the Prime Video series begins with the story of both parts of Reacher having perished years before the story begins. After Joe passes away, the Reacher family line ends with him. By burying the medal at the crime scene, Reacher is presumably putting his past to rest before embarking on his own journey. This is the most heartbreaking moment for the unyielding badass, and it's also a bittersweet moment for Reacher. Even though Reacher managed to bring the murderers of his brother to justice, he is now totally isolated, no matter how much he denies it. Reacher's complex relationship with his family and history shapes much of his personality, which includes a certain amount of emotional fragility and subtlety. The death of Joe visibly unsettled Reacher, and he went on a vendetta that brought an end to Margrave's criminal underworld. Reacher admits to having not spoken to his brother in years at the beginning of the series. Now that this bust has formally severed Reacher's ties